What if everything you ever worried about and didn't matter? What if your peace of mind didn't depend on the economy, your job, or what anyone thought about you? Over 2,000 years ago, a group of philosophers figured this out. They weren't just armchair thinkers, they were emperors, slaves, generals, and writers who faced every kind of hardship imaginable. Their secret? Stoicism, an ancient school of thought that teaches us how to live with clarity, calm, and courage, no matter what life throws our way. Welcome to Still Stoic. Today, we're diving deep into what Stoicism really is and why it might be the philosophy your soul has been looking for. Stoicism began in Athens around 300 BCE. Its founder, Zeno of Citium, wasn't born a philosopher. He was a wealthy merchant whose life took a dramatic turn when a shipwreck destroyed his fortune. Stranded in Athens, he wandered into a bookstore and picked up a copy of Xenophon's Memorabilia, a book about Socrates. It fascinated him. He asked the bookseller where he could find a man like Socrates. The bookseller pointed to Crates of Thebes, a cynic philosopher. That moment changed Zeno's life. He studied under Crates, Stilpo, and others before developing his own unique philosophy. Zeno began teaching in the Stoa Poikile, or the Painted Porch, a colonnade in the Agora of Athens. This location gave the school its name, Stoicism. The early Stoics, including Cleanthes and Chrysippus, built a rigorous system of logic, ethics, and natural philosophy. Chrysippus, especially, solidified Stoicism as a coherent doctrine. But the Stoics we remember most are Roman. Seneca, Epictetus, and Marcus Aurelius. Seneca was a wealthy statesman and advisor to Emperor Nero. His letters and essays offer practical insights into human behavior and ethics. Epictetus was born a slave, but through philosophy he found freedom. His teachings, preserved by his student Arrian, focus on personal responsibility and resilience. Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher king, ruled the Roman Empire while journaling his thoughts on self-discipline and mortality in a book we now call Meditations. Stoicism was more than just an intellectual exercise. It was a way of life. It helped people endure suffering, loss, and injustice with dignity and inner peace. Even today, its influence runs deep in cognitive behavioral therapy, mindfulness, leadership, and modern self-help literature. Let's now unpack the core teachings of Stoicism. The foundation rests on 4 cardinal virtues. 1. Wisdom, the ability to discern what is good, bad, and indifferent. In Stoic philosophy, only virtue is truly good. Everything else, health, wealth, reputation, is considered an indifferent. It's not inherently good or bad. What matters is how we use it. 2. Courage, not just physical bravery, but moral courage. The ability to do what's right in the face of fear, danger, or public opinion. Marcus Aurelius had to make life and death decisions during plagues and wars. Stoicism helped him act with honor. 3. Justice, the commitment to fairness, honesty, and integrity in our dealings with others. Stoicism isn't a selfish philosophy. It insists on our duty to humanity. What is not good for the hive is not good for the bee, wrote Marcus. 4. Temperance, self-restraint, moderation, and balance. Seneca warned against overindulgence in pleasure and ambition. By mastering our desires, we maintain our freedom. One of the most famous ideas in Stoicism is the dichotomy of control, articulated by Epictetus. Some things are up to us, and some things are not. Up to us, our judgments, desires, actions, and choices. Not up to us, the past, the opinions of others, the weather, the stock market, the actions of other people. By focusing only on what's within our control, we free ourselves from anxiety and frustration. Next, we have Amor, Fati, Latin for love of fate. This idea tells us not just to accept everything that happens, but to love it as necessary and meaningful. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "A blazing fire makes flame and brightness out of everything that is thrown into it." Then there's Memento Mori, remember that you must die. This isn't meant to be morbid, it's a call to live intentionally. Death is inevitable, time is limited, therefore live with urgency and purpose. Seneca put it starkly, "You are afraid of dying, but come now, how is this life of yours anything but death?" These teachings guide us not just in thought, but in action. Let's look at some modern examples. Lose your job. You can't control the economy, but you can control your response. Resilience, adaptation, perspective. Stuck in traffic? Getting angry doesn't help. But acceptance can bring peace. Social rejection? Painful, yes, but not within your control. How you carry yourself afterward is. Stoicism equips us with the mindset to face all of life's challenges, with grace, patience, and determination. So how do we apply Stoicism in daily life? 1. Morning reflection. Begin your day with a moment of silence and intention. Ask, what could go wrong today? How will I respond with virtue? This is known as premeditatio malorum, the premeditation of evils. By visualizing potential difficulties, you're prepared when they arise. 2. Journaling. Marcus Aurelius wrote his Meditations not for an audience but for himself. It was a tool of reflection. Each evening ask yourself, what did I do well today? Where did I fail? What can I improve tomorrow? This daily practice keeps your character aligned with Stoic principles. 3. Voluntary discomfort. Train yourself to be anti-fragile. Take cold showers, skip a meal, walk instead of drive. By practicing minor discomforts, you build resilience. If you can choose discomfort now, you'll handle involuntary hardship better later. 4. Mindful language. Speak less but speak wisely. Epictetus said, "We have 2 ears and 1 mouth so that we can listen twice as much as we speak." Avoid gossip. Avoid emotional outbursts. Let your words be intentional. 5. Relationships. Stoicism isn't about isolation, it's about engagement, with compassion and justice. You can't control how others behave, but you can control how you respond. Treat others fairly, forgive quickly, and lead by example. Let's clear up some common myths. Stoics suppress emotions. Not true. Stoics acknowledge emotions but don't let them dictate actions. They aim to master emotions, not be mastered by them. Stoicism is passive. Wrong. Stoicism is not about passively accepting everything. It's about accepting what you cannot change and acting decisively where you can. Marcus Aurelius was a general and emperor. Seneca was a statesman. Epictetus taught vigorously. This is not a philosophy of passivity, it's one of action. It's cold and joyless. On the contrary, Stoicism leads to deep joy, not the fleeting kind, but the steady kind that comes from inner harmony. It's about flourishing as a human being. So what is Stoicism? It's the pursuit of wisdom, the practice of virtue, the art of accepting fate without surrender. It's not about feeling nothing, it's about feeling everything, and still choosing peace. Tonight, journal like a Stoic. Write down what's in your control and what isn't. Then ask, how can I live with more wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance tomorrow? If this resonated with you, subscribe to Still Stoic. Here, we don't chase happiness, we build it, one day at a time. Thank you for watching. See you in the next lesson.